how you doing? It's Elle, and I'm just out in my garden today, and I just wanted to take a, look at everything and kind of just enjoy what's going on today. Right away I can see there's a giant carpenter bee. Is he gonna make a home here? Maybe he's gonna choose that spot. They really seem to like my bamboo poles last year. I think that's gonna be his new home. How adorable. Look at him, he's all black and big. Alright, let's leave him be. As maybe he makes a new home there. I'll have to come back and check. He's kind of just doing something there. Maybe he's gonna dig? Alright, well let's go ahead and take a look at everything. So much joy in the garden right now. Here's the longan. I'll show you a bunch of little fruit. Behind that I have my tomatoes, still growing, but getting a lot bigger. This is the Gardener's Delight. This one was planted before this one. We have some melons. They look a little bit weird. I think that might be like a disease on the leaves. I'll have to look into that. These salad greens are doing a lot better. Bok choy, kale, chard, butter crunch lettuce looking good, romaine a little bit behind, and spinach. And then here is even more Gardener's Delight that I sowed even later. The Roma tomato looking really good. Here's the grape, and it has 4 grape tomatoes. The squash is getting quite big. Here's the 49er hybrid. This is the dark green zucchini right here. And then the cantaloupe. And then 1 gray zucchini. The other seeds did not produce, but this one looks pretty good. Over here, this grape that I got from Stark Brothers, the Flame Seedless, is really coming alive. It definitely took its time to get out of dormancy. I was a little worried for a second, but it is very much alive. And then here's the other grapes. This is my Maywa kumquat, and it actually has some flowers, so that looks really good. It's probably too small to fruit, but seeing the flowers is really cool. This is the bell starfruit. I might have overwatered it. I'm gonna leave it alone. Lots of yellow leaves. Could just be adjusting as well. And then the Sri Kambangan. After I pruned it right here, it's growing a bunch of new leaves. So that looks really good. The Sweetheart Lychee has some new growth. Right there. It's doing alright. And then the dragon fruit is actually growing a lot. So this is all new. I mean, it was just like a little nub before. And then this from here, I believe that's all new. It grew quite a lot. So I might have to do my trellises a lot sooner than I originally planned. We'll see how fast they grow. Here's the larger container garden. The nectarines are finally waking up. They were super dormant. This one, the Snow Queen, is a little bit behind still, but it's finally putting these few leaves out. This Arctic Blaze nectarine has mainly just put off growth on one side. This side did nothing. And yeah, I'm going to have to correct that somehow. But I mean, geez, look at all that. That's all brand new. It's just really amazing. Even everything over here that's brand new, like this plot, is really coming alive. Lots of leaves. This is the Nectar Plum. The peach over here is the Indian Free Peach. It finally has a little green sprout on it. This Tropic Snow keeps putting out like sprouts at the bottom after I hard pruned it. I'm not sure how that's going to do long term. It hasn't been putting out any new shoots where I need them. We'll see how that goes. The Skeena cherry is doing alright. It at least has this at the bottom. I was hoping for more at the top. We'll keep an eye on it. And then this cordial, or how do you say it? Champagne. Coral champagne. Coral champagne at Cherry Tree. Now, I also did a hard prune on this one. It was quite big. I wanted to start over. And, oh my gosh, look at all that. It's done exactly what I needed it to be. Tropic Snow, get your shit together. Now, this Barbados cherry has some fruit on it. However, there is a bunch of bugs. So I'll have to probably spray that down. There's a ladybug over here who needs to do her job. Or his job. Go kill all those aphids. Go kill them. Alright, I mean, it's a little feeding ground. Oh look, there's another one right there. So maybe I'll finally get to try this Barbados cherry. It's the first time that it's fruiting, so that's pretty cool. Here's the middle section of all the Pueris and Apriums. I mean, ooh, it's crowded over here. Look at all this. Oh my goodness. All right. An apple coming back after a hard prune. So much growth everywhere. It's like, what do I even look at? All right, backing up a little bit. This is the Galaxy Peach that I got recently. I left these top branches because they were kind of nicely placed for the lower scaffolding. You typically want 4 lower scaffolding branches going in opposite directions. So I would have pruned this a lot shorter, but I kept that structure because it looked pretty good. So it's okay if it's like a little bit more tall. And yeah, it's sprouting out, doing really well. And then even my flowers down here are finally putting out new flowers after the cold in the winter time made them die back. So they're coming back. Moving over here, my Nam Dark Mai mango is flowering like crazy. Has a bunch of flowers right here. I'm still not sure what to do about that. I might have to cut it off. We'll see. And then this coconut cream, also set flower. It was over here, but it looks like whatever's happening over there might just be dying off. Oh, yeah, that just came off, right? This is too young to flower anyways, so I wonder if the tree, you know, took care of that itself. I did want this to be a new growth point though. We'll see, because now it just has one going that way. The sweet tart. So initially it had a bunch of buds at the bottom, and then now it's pushing out new growth. Now over here, don't mind Feist. Guys! Alright. The guavas were actually flowering, so this is the pink guava, and the flowers have now turned into fruit. That's the only one that seems to be producing right now. The other ones are kind of like more focused on growth. They've been chomped on a little bit. Yes, Feist. The mulberry is pushing out new mulberries. Very cool. Here were the plums that I had spaced away from each other. This one has gotten so big. Kind of just hopping around. This is one of my favorite areas. Just seeing those flowers come through. I love it. Especially the fuchsia. Beautiful. So over here I had a bunch of direct sowed seeds. This is cucumber. It's doing really well. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to put like a bamboo support for it, because this is gonna wanna like tangle around things using these little plant fingers. It's gonna wanna grow up. It's getting big enough, so I'll have to put like a trellis system in there. Here's a bunch of bell pepper seeds from a bell pepper that we, you know, cooked. This was supposed to be a sweet potato. The eggplant never did anything, and the chives, only one did something. These are potatoes that I got in this grow bag. Doing really well. I did 2 bags. There's the second. In between that, we can see the blackberries putting out a bunch of fruit. And over here is the very, very loaded blueberry and berry corner. I've been coming out every day to see what I can pick. So it's April right now, and I'm picking from the Jewel, and I've only picked a couple from the Misty variety. Here's the Jewel. Honestly, some of these, yeah, that just came off. Even more blueberries. Trying to make sure I'm watching the tree or the bush so that I can beat the birds. This one, I think that needs a little bit more time. Right up in the front, we got more blackberries. Ta-da! This is the Navajo. One of them is going to be ready real soon. And then this is another Natchez that has, if I can get a good angle, a ton of little fruit. Over here, we have the citrus row. This clementine mandarin has put out fruit there and there, and maybe in a few other places. They're teeny tiny. So I guess we'll get some mandarins. This Super Haas, I gave a big chop. And this is all much too low. That is not what we want. All that has to go. Alright. Well, hopefully it'll put out branches higher. We'll see. Bunch of limes. So when I saw this at the store, I just could not help myself. It's such a beautiful arrangement with these vibrant double-petaled flowers and these white, dainty little pops of color. Let's see, where's the tag? So this is a container style, and on the back it tells you what we got. Let's see. And so what I thought was really interesting is that this is a impatiens Valeriana. To be honest, I did not need to spend money on it. But again, I just couldn't help myself. And I mean, you can't go wrong with flowers. The bees will love them. So you may have noticed I still have not filled this. And the reason is I've been buying fruit trees instead. That's where all my money has been going instead of getting a bunch of soil. But eventually we'll get that up and running. Hey, you're fine. And last but not least, we have a very whiny cat who won't stop meowing at me. Feist, calm down. Hey, Freya. Oh, yeah, hello. She's like, what's up? Yes. Doing a quick pan of everything. There's so much I haven't done. Those are where most of the new tropicals are gonna go, since it's a south-facing fence.
Alright, well that's all I have for you today. Thanks for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and don't forget, go plant a tree!